know, Chris, we started this about 2.5 hours ago. They could have just made it easy. They said, okay, guys, here's what we're doing. We're going to just say it's 13-13, first to 15 wins. We didn't need to play those first 4.5 sets, did we?
Pretty amazing. The numbers on these two teams, 57 kills on the night for Hawaii, 55 kills for Penn State. Penn State hitting 277, Hawaii hitting 254. Penn State with 12 blocks, Hawaii with 11. It doesn't get much easier, more even than that.
And Brooks Sador, remember, he started this night with a couple of service aces, but then he has been just getting more consistent and stronger with the serve as the night goes on. And it's in! Service ace! Back to back for Brooks Sador. And for a moment there, I was thinking, oh, don't jinx him, Howard. Timeout call by Mark Kaplan, who is sitting right there and watched that service ace drop right in front of him.
What a clutch serve by Sador, but you know, that's cutting it a little bit close to serve it on the line to get your 14th point. I'm sure Sador knows the importance of this next serve. It's after a timeout, that's a cardinal rule. It's match point, that's a cardinal rule. You got the momentum just scored a great ace before that. You got a cardinal rule, keep the momentum going. I mean, he's got all kinds of things riding here, all for good reasons. Keep this ball in play and put the pressure on Penn State, force them to have to make a play.
Meanwhile, the UCLA coaches are still in the house. You'd think at some point they've seen enough, but they're watching.
That's typical of John Sprague. Very thorough, very complete, very detail-oriented.
Very tired.
That's why he won. There he is. There's Big John.
In the middle with the layout.
I noticed they didn't shoot a shot of him during that. This person needs a haircut.
He definitely,
You know, he could have been on the national team and been the national team coach for the next 4 years. Decided to go to UCLA and start a whole new program there. But he took Irvine from, you know, from a so-so program to 3 national championships in 5 years. Pretty amazing.
So here we go. Hawaii serving for the match. Aloha beer, aloha ball. Brooks Sador, back-to-back service aces. Oh, this crowd would go crazy if he could do it again. The high toss, and it's out. Oh, he went for the home run ball. And now we're even at 14.
It took a lot of guts for Penn State to look at that, because those close ones, you don't want to be looking at those. The 50-50 balls, but that ball, I guess they thought was clearly out. I didn't think so. I thought it was pretty close. And you want to take those close ones.
This 5th set has been tied up 8 times. Sador pops it up. They're going to set up J.P. Marks, and he is blocked at the net.
Ball low, inside, tight, not much room for J.P. Marks to maneuver. Good block right up there by Peter Russell.
So Penn State counters with the point. And now Hawaii. A little bit of confusion, not a great set. And now advantage, Penn State. They put it down, they get the kill, and just like that, the Nittany Lions out of the timeout get 2 points to win it.
Wow, shot. People, you know, how does it happen that fast? They go from standing up and they're joyous that Hawaii's got their first match point of the year to the absolute sadness.
2 service aces by Brooks Sador. Then he hits it out, and the Nittany Lions come back with the 2 natural points. In the win.
You got to credit Penn State that, you know, they really came through Peter Russell with a great block up front. The next play, they had a good dig and converted. 2 good plays by Penn State.
And you've got to feel for the Warriors, because this is a team that traveled to the toughest place on the planet, perhaps, to play at BYU.
Yes.
Then came back here and really played 2 very good competitive matches, 2 matches that they could have won, and at the end of the day, they're 4, and that hurts.
They played very good team, they're leading on both nights, 2-1. Could have won either match, as you said. I'm not sure the BYU matches were winnable, but certainly the last 2 nights' matches were both very winnable.
And Charlie Wade over there hugging with Mark Pavlik, and I imagine Coach Pavlik is saying almost apologetic probably to Charlie Wade, who is gracious enough to be standing by right now with our Scott Robbs. Take it away, Scott.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dash. I guess there's no consolation in being close, but you have to be happy with the last 2 nights, how well your team has played at times and how close you have gotten to beating 2 nationally ranked teams.
Well, they're working hard. I think we're making some progress. And like I said, the guys are really working hard, really disappointed to come up short there. But we battled, We got a lot of new guys on the court doing a lot of stuff. So, like I say, I'm really proud of the guys battling and just committed to getting better. And really appreciate the fans. It was a great environment here tonight. A lot of fun to be a part of.
We've talked about this team being a lot deeper than it's been, and I think that showed tonight. An example is Brooks Sador.
Yeah, I mean, we know we got more depth than we have any time, certainly since I've been here. So, and it's only depth if you use it. If you let him sit over there, it's not much depth. So, again, just proud of the guys and how hard they're working, and just for the fans, really appreciate and coming out, stick with us. The wins will come, man. We're working hard. We're going to get better.
One last thing, Charlie. Tomorrow night, UCLA, they've played every match has gone. This season, every match they've played has gone 5. Should we just assume tomorrow will be a 5-setter?
Yeah, good. Maybe they're tired too. I don't know, but yeah, and John's been playing a lot of guys. Again, it's not conference, so today he played virtually a whole different lineup and stuff. So we're just looking forward to getting another another good match under our belt.
All right, Charlie. Good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Back to you, Ash.
All right, Scott, thanks a lot. Charlie brings up a good point that we'll talk about after we look at the Bank of Hawaii players of the match. Tom Comfort provided a lot of comfort for his team, not so much for Hawaii fans. 15 kills, 4 blocks, 3 digs. And Siki Sarkovic, 18 kills. He was hitting well over 500 for the bulk of the night, finishes up at 500. Great match for him. But in the end, Hawaii comes up short, and another heartbreaker, losing 16-14 in that 5th set. And I want to go back to what Coach Charlie Wade said a moment ago. It's not depth if you don't use it. Tonight, he took that depth, and he did use it. He went into his bench. He did some different things. He started Nick West, and we didn't see him at the end of the match. He started Jace Olsen. He kind of disappeared in that 3rd set and beyond. So Charlie did try to move some parts around.
I think, and it's a great time to do it in the preseason. There's only 3 non-conference matches. The rest of the year, it's all conference matches. So to do some experimentation gives guys chances. They worked all during the fall to sort of make a name for themselves. Now to get a chance to play under the lights of the Stan Sheriff Center, it's big time for them, and a lot of them are taking advantage of it. Certainly Zarkovic tonight really did. He really played well. I was really impressed with his play. But the bottom line is they need to do a lot of passing, Jim. There were some float serves there in the end. They could have passed better, should have passed better. They're not passing the jump serves as well as they could or should. And I think if that part of their game gets cleaned up, they have so many of the other elements are good. Their blocking's better. They're attacking it. Their offense was more diverse tonight. They had a lot of good things going for them. They're serving well. One of the better serving Hawaii teams I've seen in recent years. But the passing is to get cleaned up. That's sort of a lost art. By the way, it's pretty boring to practice, but it's the most important part of the game.
Well, the reality is Hawaii came into this tournament unranked. They could have beat number 10, Ohio State. They could have beat number 7, Penn State. Tomorrow it's number 5, UCLA. And again, these are teams that obviously, by virtue of the fact that these sets are going 5, we said it before, there's not a super dominant team in this tournament. So there's no reason to think that Hawaii cannot come out, be competitive, and perhaps compete for a win tomorrow.
You're absolutely right. The Bruins struggled at 5 2 nights in a row. Same way Hawaii had 2 5-set matches 2 nights in a row. So the field, as you said, is very even. There's a lot of parity there in this tournament. However, bad news for Hawaii is UCLA did not use all their players. Gonzalo Quiroga did not play. He's their best outside attacker. He hasn't played yet in the tournament.
What's up with that?
Well, they played a lot of matches before this at Santa Barbara. Then they had a league match on Tuesday night, last night before they came over, and he was hitting more balls than anybody else. They've got a big league match on Tuesday when they go back against Long Beach State.
Got it.
So they're kind of wanting to rest certain players for that league match. They'd love to win this tournament, but they'd really like to win the league match next Tuesday.
And a hand for the Warriors as they walk back out onto the court. The fans that are left showing their appreciation. And we appreciate you spending a few hours with us. Our night is done, but the broadcast isn't over. We're going to send it to the trio over there that are going to continue on with the post-game show. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Howard Deshefsky saying aloha for now, as again, Hawaii for the second night in a row. Fallen 5. Chris and I will see you tomorrow afternoon. For now, we invite you to stick around for the post-game show.